All right, let's just jump into it, shall we? We got Mono Green Devotion, the deck that's had so many cards banned out of it and still seems pretty reasonable. So we lost Once Upon a Time, we lost Veil, we lost Oath of Nissa. Losing Oko, in a way, kind of impacted this deck. This deck was definitely splashing blue for Oko when that was legal. So the base idea of this deck is, for those not familiar, is we have Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. Choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color to your mana pool. So this basically counts up all the green pips on all of our cards and then gives us a bunch of mana for it. We play all 8 elves. We play some Burning-Tree Emissary. It's basically a free card that makes some devotion. We've got 4 mana Vivien for triple devotion. We've got Courser. We've got Nissa, who makes piles of mana. And then our payoffs for having piles of mana are Voracious Hydra here as a removal spell / giant threat. Ballista as removal spell / giant threat, and then Biogenic Ooze as a way to just pump out endless dorks. So this deck is incredibly linear. We are looking to be the deck asking the questions as opposed to being the one that answers them. So hopefully people won't have the answers to the questions that we're asking this morning. Oh yeah, Leyline got banned too. Forgot about that one. That one got banned so quickly, it just slipped my mind. Yeah, so this deck's had like 4 or 5 cards banned out of it at this point. Known good deck. Yeah, actually, both the decks we're playing today are established-ish decks that have been putting up reasonable results in the format. I think as long as the 8 elves are legal in this format, green decks are going to be super reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised if someone who's played this deck a bunch told me you're supposed to just like mulligan for elves on 7. I have BTE plus Scooze like Elf or look at that. Never didn't have it. Hashtag skill game. Am I coming around on Courser as being playable in Pioneer? I mean, did someone say it wasn't playable in Pioneer? Everything's playable in Pioneer till proven otherwise. To get our attack for 1 in. So if we draw a Nykthos next turn, we can cast Nissa on 3. Top of the morning, silly cheese. I would assume this deck has a bad blue-white control matchup. Blue-white control was doing well when Oko was still legal. And I would assume that Oko was a card that like helped this archetype against blue-white. So I'd assume without that, we're probably in a bit of trouble. They don't have a Supreme Verdict here. We should be. Should be in an okay spot, though. The Sanitarium loot when I missed a land drop, I feel like implies that they don't have the verdict yet. Or they do and they know they're far enough ahead and they just want to sculpt their hand. Yeah, that's probably it. Ooh, that's exciting. Alright, if we draw a land here, we get to have the Walking Ballista kill Jace, which would be great. Nykthos, that's a heck of a land. Alright, so this currently makes 4 mana, so I have 4, 5. If I play Nissa, Nissa would mean I'm only attacking this Jace for 4. So I could just pump this and attack it for 3 and then cash in the Walking Ballista to kill it. It's probably worse than putting the Nissa into play. Oh, I guess I can cash... I guess I can cash in the Ballista to kill this still. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this shooting the Ballista's 5. Yeah, I was counting land, silly cheese. So we get to 4. Oh, that's the better line. Yeah, I forgot I had a Hydra down here. Yeah, I totally could have had the Skoos eat the Hydra once I declared attackers, right? Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Are they dead? I think they might be dead, right? Well, the Walking Ballista would have had 0 power. Because the Jace, that's how the Jace trigger works. I did miss the creature with the Scavenging Ooze, though. So that's worth noting. Alright, so I'm attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then Walking Ballista's lethal. Yeah, they could have an Azorius Charm. But if they don't, they're dead. Are they dead through Azorius Charm? Yeah, if they charm the Ooze, I'm hitting them for 9 still, and then these two pump the Ballista to 5 and they die. So they're dead through Azorius Charm. They're dead through Azorius Charm. Heroic Intervention counters removal spells and Supreme Verdicts. Evolutionary Leap lets us turn our dorks into scarier things. Skoos isn't very useful here. That's an easy cut. You need 3 more trims. I wonder if Walking Ballista's the trim. It doesn't give devotion. Is Nissa 4 any good? Yeah, I guess maybe she's the trim. She's not a threat. She gives a lot of devotion, though. If I'm boarding her out, do I want the questing beast in? That's probably not unreasonable. I mean, Hydra and Ballista are both just like kind of beaters. Hydra gives devotion, though. Would I rather have some Vivien than some Hydra? I guess Vivien turns everything I have in play into a threat. I don't think this is a Shaper Sanctuary matchup. They don't have that much targeted removal. Let's leave the Viviens in because she can make my worst creatures better. Let's trim the Hydras. We'll leave a questing beast and an Ulamog in the sideboard to fetch with Vivien. Yeah, this hand looks fine. No elf, but Nykthos and a bunch of devotion cards that give devotion. What's that you said, AGH? Modern's a smoldering dumpster fire? Is that what you said? Sounds like I don't believe that for a second. Grizzly Bear, go. Hey, boo-boo. Double it up. Go. Do you want to kill my board? To kill my board? To kill my board? Do you want to kill my board? Do 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 do. You have killed my board. Killed my board. Killed my board. Do 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 do. So Courser makes us play with the top card of our deck revealed. If there's a land up there, we can play it. Speaking of lands, they do not have another. That's nice. Lean on Vivien here. Playing her before the elf because I don't want her to get censored. A lot of these blue-white decks are playing censor. Hey, Joshua, thanks for the 1.5 years of Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Morning, White Sticks. Whole lot of nothing over there, huh? Whole lot of nothing over here, too. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if they have a second Supreme Verdict here, just based on how aggressively they played out this one. Maybe not with that gust. Hey, Dougie, thanks for the 1.5 years. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hey, thanks for 17 months, Cold Shoulder. I appreciate it. And like, again, I don't even really know that we're in a bad spot necessarily, but it's kind of a boring spot. I agree, Y6. Like, again, like, not really, we're not like losing, but I also like kind of wish I was doing something else. It's not that the format is bad, it's just that it feels bad. I've liked how they've managed Pioneer mostly up until this point, so I'm hoping they won't leave the blue-white control deck as is. I hope they kick something out from under its legs with the last rapid-fire ban list update on January 6th. I think if this is the type of Magic they're looking to have be the best deck in the format, I think that's not ideal. I don't think that's a fair take, Grief. You should never blame the players for playing the decks that are good. It's never the player's fault. It's Wizards of the Coast's job to balance their format. It's not my job as a player to make sure that Magic's enjoyable for the other players. That's Wizards of the Coast's job. So never get upset with Wizard or with players for playing blue-white when it's good. You should be upset with Wizards for banning Field of the Dead. I don't care. I don't care, Knucker. That's irrelevant. This idea that there's always this hidden better thing that players could be looking for, but they're just like playing the decks that are good is nonsense almost all of the time. Don't victim blame. Don't put the onus on the people playing the game to balance the game. That's not how this works. Well, I think 3-mana Teferi's a rancid, miserable Magic the Gathering card that should never have been printed. So that's probably a fine one to ban. The job of the game designer is to find the fun and lead the player there. Exactly. Big agree. I think Blue-Red Eldrazi is a very good blue-white control matchup. And if you want to read about Blue-Red Eldrazi's matchups, you can read my article on Cool Stuff Inc. that includes a sideboard guide. Go forth and learn, my children. Please Supreme Verdict me. Yes, I'm not doing an arena segment this afternoon. I have something I have to go do this afternoon, so I will not be doing arena stuff. So first you've seen that blue-red deck and it's sick. Well, that means you haven't been to my website. You should take a couple of minutes later this afternoon and take a peek at that, Socio Penguin. JeffHoagland.com is your one-stop shop for sweet standard, pioneer, and historic decks. All in one cozy little place with deck lists, descriptions, and videos of those decks being played. Whatever, same difference. It's not about the opponent's archetype being unbeatable, Jake the Man. It's that it's just, even when you're beating blue-white control, it's an incredibly frustrating and annoying gameplay experience. I'm not actually going to play the mono yellow deck today, Pelly. I ended up not having... I'm missing like 3 mythics from it, and I don't feel like dumping more money in at the moment. So I sent the person that sent that in a message asking them to submit something else. I think we're going to play some 3-color control this afternoon. Or this morning, more specifically. That should be done by like noon 30. I did see they changed Volition. Still means you get got by Walking Boneyard or whatever it's called, but seems reasonable other than that. Yeah, Abomination, that's the one. Don't spell pierce me, bro. Put 2 here, so that way I've got the most power on my worst creature. We have a Questing Beast and an Ulamog in our sideboard that we can fetch up. Or they're just dead. Nice Supreme Verdict. Hey, what's going on, Marty? Yeah, things should come up a little bit quicker moving forward for Pioneer. Well, at least for a hot second. I'm planning to open Pioneer back up for $25 submissions after Christmas. Queue should be mostly empty by then. It's exciting that Lumbering Falls no longer means Nexus of Fate. It means some kind of Sultai-Fair deck. Second Elf is great. Let's get to guarantee the turn 3 Nissa here, assuming no Thought Seize or Thought Erasure. Sure. You have a 2-1. So this doubles. This is a Yarok for Wizards. Hey, Draven. Thanks for the 21-month support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'll leave the other counter on it for now. This is a close game. Well played on both sides. I'm gonna click submit because I don't know what they're doing. And our deck's super linear, so when in doubt and your deck's super linear or aggressive, just click submit. Just try and run them down again. Cloudkin Seer is an elemental and wizard. Sick. That's nice. Oh, the blue-red one's a wizard too? That's sweet. Oh, it's a goldfish deck. That makes sense. Everything makes so much more sense now. Walking Ballista is absurd in this matchup, so let's keep it. It's funny, whenever I get like the same weird deck submitted by multiple people, it's like always a goldfish deck. Like, oh yeah, this is like, J-Man, coming in hot for the 5th month. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Burning-Tree's nice to pump up the devotion. I think the only thing to mention about impeachment that we didn't really cover yesterday is the fact that Tulsi Gabbard voted present and not for or against. So in case anybody else was wondering if she's a tool, she is. Yeah, the answer is yes. Bill Kinton, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Happy holidays, Long Live Dale. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Welcome back. I saw that too, Gengar. Actually, I sent out a tweet about that this morning. I think Pelosi not sending it to the Senate is great because the Senate is very obviously overworked because hundreds of bills have been sent to the Senate to die and they haven't gotten voted on. So I can only assume that the Senate doesn't have time to vote on something like an impeachment trial until after they get through the rest of that. I think if the Senate votes through the 400 some bills that are currently sitting dead on Mitch McConnell's desk, then I think they should send the impeachment over. They'll have their to-do box empty at that point. It would be unfair for Nancy Pelosi to send them more work when they're obviously already drowning in the amount of work that they have. They're doing them a mercy, basically. I never believed the Orange Man's going to be convicted. Of course not. Taking responsibility for the things that you've done and having to go to jail for it is something poor people have to do, not rich white men. This is America. This is the part where you just kill them with walking ballistas. Alright, sure. Why not? I assume they have more counter spells. Mystic Genesis. For when just frilled Mystic isn't enough. Golly. Would you believe that I've registered this card at SCG Opens before? They were standard opens, but still. Hey, at least it didn't tag a giant walking ballista, huh? This isn't a wizard or an elf. Yeah, what's up with the Nabab or whatever it was in their deck? Weird. 90% of what I know about U.S. politics I learned from Jeff Hoagland by glowing endorsement 2019. Are you an American? That's a relevant question. Are you an American? Weird. Okay. Does this like forces me to kill their 4/4? You're not? Okay. That surprises me less then. This seems like a good deal for me. So that makes 4. This makes 6. This makes 8. Can put 2 counters on here. Go. If they have like another melody for this other Walking Ballista, and then like a counter spell for my follow-up, we could be in a bit of trouble here. But if they don't have another way to impact the board, we're just going to eventually kill them with this, right? I'm stuck with Trump 2, the Boros Boogaloo. Yikes. Just going to hang out over here and charge my laser. Hey, that's a good one. Pump up, the bump up, the wump up, the jam. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Pump it up. Is gonna get a counterspell out of them? Sick. MWLX, thank you for the 17 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, so this is a 7/7. They could animate this and this. So I got an attack here. I bottomed that. I think that's worse than our average draw at this point. They're also just like pretty close to dead to this Walking Ballista, so. Yeah, Castle is creature spells or creature activated abilities. Okay. So, I think I'd play around Mystic Genesis next turn and replay this as a 1/1. All right, well now we can start with this. And then if they counter this, I get to go full hog wild on the Ballista. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Do 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 do. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you will, but you never ever let it go. Only get one shot tonight. It's the chance to roll. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Do 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 do. Get stomped. Good. One could argue I was a master at baiting, chat. Good. One could argue. Oh, you could make it look like the jester singing. That's great. Yeah, get out of here. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Is what playing good decks is like? This is weird. What is this feeling? How's Pioneer been? Seems like it's okay to start. Again, like, we don't really know is the answer to most of these things. Like, what the format's actually going to look like doesn't get settled until they actually let things shake out. So, until they stop with the regular ban list updates the start of January, and then it gets to settle for a little while. A burrito with Santa hats. Hey, thanks for the 20 months of support, J Money. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Super sick here that we've got a pair of Coursers. We get a 3-mana play next turn regardless. Unless they also have a Fatal Push or Second Thought Seize. Paper support's gonna come in time, Draven. I would be very surprised if by the end of 2019 or the end of 2020, Pioneer's not the most popular paper Magic format for competitive. All right, one Nykthos, please. Yeah, this card's not okay. I was really kind of annoyed they printed this card into Historic. Okay, just hang tight. Want to preserve my devotion in defensive position here, I think. They don't know one card in their hand. If we have any land on top of our deck here, Nissa destroys them. Okay, I guess I'll just play a Questing Beast. The middle burrito emote is paywalled. If you would like access to the middle burrito emote, you have to cheer 1,000 bits. Huglandia has pay-to-win burritos. I am burrito gating you. I wish I could take credit for the diabolical burrito gate, but someone in chat had that idea. Is that more or less expensive than Brawl Days? It's about the same price. Only, in addition to getting your burrito center, you also can bump or add a standard or historic deck to the queue. So 1,000 bits adds an arena deck to get some extra value for your biddies. Yeah, arena decks are 1,000 bits or $10. Right about there. What tier is the Golden Whale? 100k, Marty. Maybe that trade is wrong. Sick. Ooh. Questing BC's first strike, great. I don't think it really matters, Time Lord. I think all roads were heading in the direction of Rome there. Extra Scavenging Ooze is great here. Nylea's Disciple sounds great. Biogenic Ooze sounds less than great. Need one more cut here. Ulamog is in the sideboard to fetch with Vivien. So you have Ulamog and... Although I probably don't mind boarding in second Questing Beast here, just as good at attacking. What are my trims? I feel like everything here I'm looking at is good. Do I want to trim Vivien? Yeah, I guess she's only good if I already have a board. That's probably reasonable. Yeah, I like that. So the 9 months, D-Mills. I appreciate the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. We did win, Marty. We drew the 5th land. Once we draw our elf on turn 1, this hand will be busted. Swish. This stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. Again, they thought C's. Again, we have double Courser. Yeah, paid crisis actors. They took the Nissa this time. Smart. Smart. They smartened up, chat. You can teach an old dog new tricks, huh? Switching from a night job to a day job, I need you to entertain me to keep me awake while I adjust my schedule. I'll be here. Yeah, schedule stuff like that can be rough. First little bit. So, I don't have a Nykthos in sight, so I'm actually going to block this. Because it makes them spend all of their mana to not lose their thing. So, like, their turn is killing my Burning-Tree Emissary, which seems like a fine exchange for me. And then, actually, I could just Hydra kill this, huh? Is that the line? I think that's the line. This is gobble gobble. Seems good. Yikes. That card's really good against us, chat. Need a Nykthos so we can power out. Walking Ballista here. It's unlikely the opponent's playing a Devotion deck. I suppose they could be, but brutal. This is a reason to leave Vivien in my deck. For reference. they just fatal pushed Courser. It probably doesn't matter. I think we're still dead, but we'll always have that. We'll always have this moment together. Revolt is one of their cards Leafs play, not one of my cards. So they're bricking, but they're drawing with, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in. Yeah, it's not just Morbid Plus. I don't actually know if Nylea's Disciple is good here. I feel like it's not. This seems like it's more for red aggro. I'm just gonna leave the Viviens in. We can like always fetch the Disciple with the Vivien in a pinch. We're basically just like not sideboarding here. No, you could target Bread. You could definitely target. Confident that that's how that works. I think they brought in more interaction. I mean, they definitely bring in more interaction. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Shaper Sanctuary because of that. It's possible. I don't know what I want to cut. Every card in my deck is good right now. And again, just to like give generic sideboarding advice. If you're not 100% sure your linear deck's supposed to be boarding something in, don't board it in. Fatal Push is not an intervening if clause. Fatal Push. Intervening if means it checks when it goes on the stack and when it resolves. Fatal Push only checks when it resolves. So it's not an intervening if clause. Those things are different. Little details matter. Yeah, it's more similar to Pyroblast. Get out of here. That's a sick draw. For those of you taking notes at home, you'll note that I cleverly left my important card on top of my deck. Like the Flame Tongue Kavu that one. Like to have Vivien, have this shoot this. Houmph, go. If they have a Fatal Push, they can push this, kill Vivien, but that's fine. Definitely just want to clear their board out here. Hey, Brute Z. Thanks for the entire year of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Was that another good draw, chat? Was that another good draw? Is this what playing good decks is like? These are probably some of the easiest matches of Magic I've played in a long time. No, this is our first time playing Devotion. Who donated for a good deck? This is not okay. yeah, they've banned like 6 cards out of this archetype, chat. They banned Leyline, Oath of Nissa, Once Upon a Time, Veil of Summer, Oko. They've banned a lot out of this archetype. A Pterodactyl, thanks for the 25 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Thought this was a competitive casual stream. Listen, I take money to play all sorts of things. Why Jade Light Ranger instead of Courser? Here's Jeff Hoagland's lukewarm take of the day. Every format that Oko's been banned in, this was the actual problem. Thank you, and have a nice day. Thanks for the 18 months. I appreciate the 1.5 Lost Lorgoyf. Thank you for coming to my Twitch talk. How's this deck against blue-white? Well, if they have the things, you die. If they don't have the things, they die. The first deck that we beat today was blue-white control. G-Light and Courser are similar cards. I don't think that's true. I think Courser's much better against aggro. It's not particularly close. Right on time, Llanowar Elves. Welcome to the party. Nissa who shakes the format. Yep. Is my Courser about to meet a fatal outcome? Teferi and Nissa rotate at the same time. See, 27 months, Fred Week. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Little abrupt, opponent. Little abrupt. What is your quest? I seek the face. Jund, eh? Alright. Shaper Sanctuary sounds great. Evolutionary Leap sounds great. Scooze is probably okay. I want to trim here. I wonder if it's crazy to just, like, cut my Burning-Tree Emissaries. That's probably bad if I'm bringing in Leap. What am I getting rid of? Maybe just Walking Ballista. I mean, Biogenic Ooze brings a friend with it. So I think that's pretty reasonable. Let's try this. R&D went on record saying the reason a lot of recent walkers are pushed more is they over-relied on the abilities to attack walkers directly. Leap and planeswalkers seems like a non-bo. Can you explain? What do planeswalkers have to do with Evolutionary Leap? I mean, I'd argue Chandra Torch of Defiance is currently the best planeswalker in this format. On an individual level, maybe you could argue that Nissa's better in these green decks than she is, but generally speaking, I think Nissa or Chandra takes the cake now that Oko's been removed. Yeah, Nissa's the better synergy card for sure. God bless you, Thoughtseize Bug. God bless us, every bug. Rats. Hashtag never lucky. Truth is out there, sheeple. The shuffler's as rigged as the earth is flat. Lemmings off the cliff you are. Lemmings off the cliff. Alright, don't Ritual of Soot me, bro. Got double Thought Seized, have 10 power and play on turn 3. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. Rats. Rats! Who's got 2 thumbs and concedes to a sweeper? This guy right here. Sylvan Caryatid. This card's great. We've got tracks of elves. These are my elves. There are many like them. These ones are mine. So we have 10 mana total at the moment. Am I Santa? Yes. Am I supposed to kill this Chandra? I can put them to 1 otherwise, or 2. I mean, they have to answer my Nissa and my board. And, like, they haven't answered my board yet, so, like, They probably can't. Still dead. Excellent. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Having mocks that can attack is busted. I agree. One bone broken for every twig snapped underfoot, chat. Never forget. I think these ones actually have different flavored text, which is so sad. No, this is it. This is the one bone broken for every twig snapped underfoot. Look at that. God bless us, everyone. This board is the reason they banned Green Ley Line. Exactly correct. The fact that you could turn that board into, like, real attackers was stupid. Because it's a sneeper keeper, do-do-do-do-do-do, sneep-pa-pa, keep-pa-pa, do-do-do-do-do, be-do-do-do-do-do. Temple of Abandon. You're going to be standard legal soon, and I'm excited. I am excited. Scale of 1 to dead. Where's this elf at? Real decks have curves. They definitely do. Ooh. All right. Well, now we elf plus Sanctuary, right? Giggity, Zaysegs. Thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. For folks that are popping in, you're probably noticing the stream title and see it's going to be a shorter stream today. I'm just doing a couple of Pioneer decks, then we're going to roll into a little bit of Mythgard. I have to be offline today by like 12:15, 12:30 or so. There's a thing at Jake's school that I want to go take part in. Be a good dad. I would love to use Shaper Sanctuary's ability. Thanks. Yeah, we knew sagas were returning, Brad. Sick. Thoughts on Trump's impeachment passing? Wonderful. Give the giant orange stain a stain on his name. If I need to be embarrassed every time I remember he's president, he should be too. So they have a removal spell here. They're just debating on whether or not they want to cast it. Just wanted to like see the next card in my deck. Probably a Fatal Push. So Shaper Sanctuary unfortunately does not work with our Vivien. I think it's incredibly considerate of Pelosi to hold on to the articles of impeachment. Mitch McConnell's made it very clear that the Senate is obviously overworked. And honestly, it would be rude of Nancy to send the articles of impeachment over until Mitch has a chance to work through the rest of the bills that are currently dead on his desk. It would be inconsiderate of her to do otherwise. Yeah, I agree. Looking out for folks on the other side of the aisle. So there's 3 creatures in my bin. So if they have a green source, they could kill my Nissa. I think I want to just play the leap here, though. I don't know. Could go either way. These leaps don't seem particularly good. They have a K command here, or a Bone Crusher Giant they could finish this off. Could see that happen. Yep. Yeah, I'd assume the leaps are there to turn dorks into real threats. Hey, look, let's do that. Actually, I can wait on this, and I can block and sack it. That's probably the plan. We'll see. If leap is good, it'll be good here. So. What will happen now with Trump? Nothing. Yes. Donald Trump's presidency will be felt in the United States for decades to come because of how the courts have been stacked during his presidency. Yeah, Nykthos. Nykthos is a little bit awkward, seeing the little bit of the drawback from this being a legendary land. It's busted enough when it's good that you want to play all of them, but definitely not completely free. Any thoughts to playing the Ooze there? No. I think I'd rather hold up Evolutionary Leap. I don't even necessarily want Trump removed from the Senate. I just want them to do their job. Like I don't expect them to like you know, 20 some odd Republican senators to like grow a conscience and do the right thing. But I would like 4 of them to be like, hey, we should do our job and there should be an actual trial with people called and we should at least listen to what's going on before we just say, nah, screw it. Deal. This trade's great for us. What do I think about some Dems voting no yesterday? That's unfortunate. Punished for not playing that out. I think not all Democrats are the same. I think you can list yourself as a Democrat on the ticket and not really have any Democratic values. No, it does not mean he can still run. So, do I like float a mana here? Do I just float a mana and eat one of these and turn it into a creature? I think I do, right? It means I don't have to draw this land off the top of my deck next turn either. Yeah, Ooze looks great here, obviously. They have a spell in their hand. We know their last card's a spell because if it was a land, they would have made clues with it. Amazon Doomless yesterday inspired me to try Standard again. I threw some Mayhem Devils and Casualties of War queued up, and I agree that Standard's play patterns are so rancid. Grindy value, waiting until one player draws Mayhem Devil or Casualties and wins on the spot. Yeah, I agree. I think this current Standard format's a good example of just because there's a lot of playable decks doesn't mean your format's good. If we get to untap with these dorks here, this game should be pretty done. Yeah, I don't know that I have time to do another type of content thing. Yeah, Ooze plus Leap seems real good. Ooze on its own probably wins this game, but Ooze plus Leap is definitely great. I think I'm actually going to leap my Ooze token during my upkeep. You'll note I put a stop here, and the reason for that is I want to try and draw a spell. Great, so Ooze is dead, but I get to draw a card. So they can pressure my Nissa now? Huh? I think I'm supposed to save Nissa here. I could also double block and kill Skews. I think it's right to save Nissa here. Alright, so I know there's a land on top of my deck, so I'm going to leap this during my upkeep. So it not only gives me a spell, but it gives me a chance to draw a spell for the turn. Like that. So I can do this. And then I can do this. 6. What if I eat this to start? And I think I want the jump blocker for next turn. I think I want to eat their Scavenging Ooze, huh? Because that can keep growing. I guess these keep growing too, and this costs them mana. Infinitely long burritos are worth the money I'm forking out. Bump up 5-color Niv and Historic. Thank you, Omega King. I appreciate the support. Alright, yeah. So I'm going to do this. This is X is 6. So this will be a 6-7. Okay, let's do this. We'll have it eat this Tireless Tracker. Maybe I'm supposed to eat the Scoos. I don't know. I think I've talked myself into the leaps here. Thanks for the biddies again, Omega King. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday wherever you're at. This turn was a good example of why I think it was worth double jumping to save the Nissa. Our sideboard card's really doing work here. I think Leap has convinced me of its worthwhileness. No, I don't want to leap on my turn. I wanna be able to leap my dork after I jump block with it. Again, Mikey, I don't think our Planeswalker count has anything to do with whether or not Leap is good or bad. So I have almost 66,000 followers. So that means we're less than 1,000 followers away from the 66666 follower count, which seems like an important milestone, really. This is the way we jump the elves, jump the elves, jump the elves. This is the way we jump the elves. Do 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 do. This is the downside of jump blocking like this. They get to Thoughtseize. It's whatever. It's another brick. I think I'm gonna leap one of these forests. Is that a good one? This game's been impressive. So they can trade Hissing Quagmire for a Hydra here, but like that's fine. We're taking 7 down to 5. Yeah, Leap. Leap's the reason we won that game. Won that match. Sick. Nice fair deck. That was the first match that was the first match that I felt like we really had to work for. The first three we just kind of hot knife through buttered. And that was when we're like that third game we actually, Shaper Sanctuary drew a ton of cards, yeah. Both Leap and Sanctuary were good there. Green has every part of the color pie. Does not matter. Every part has belonged to green. 8 bannings later, this deck is still about to 5. Well, I don't know about 5-0. Gotta get a little bit lucky to do that, but yeah. Still running good to say the least. Thanks for the tier 2, Chuck. I appreciate that for 3/4 of a year. Sure to take a peek at the deck queue. Let me know what's in there you'd like to bump up and see a bit sooner. As always, you can keep up with my schedule on my website, but just to let people know, I'm going to be off this afternoon. There's no arena segment today. And then next week, I'm likely to be off on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Depending on when the kids go to bed and what Christy feels like, I might sneak on Christmas Eve for a short stream in the evening. We'll see. But at a minimum, I will be on Monday, Thursday, Friday next week. And then New Year's week is gonna be a good one. I mean, Christy's going up to visit her mother in Chicago with the kids, so I'm gonna have a bunch of long streams planned for the week of New Year's. Have a good one, comic. I think we're supposed to mulligan these 7s. Yeah, seems much better. Bottom of the ooze for now. I'm waiting for a busted green devotion path for the new set. Yeah, that would be rough. Oh, is CWS Caleb Shear? Is he streaming? I feel like that is. Yeah, CWS MTG. You could probably watch this match from both sides. CWS_MTG on Twitch. Again, don't let me know what the content of their hand is. But if you would like to watch both of us play, you can head on over to his channel as well. I would bet he's playing the Lotus Field combo deck based on the types of decks he likes to play, which I would actually expect to be a bad matchup for us. Did he mulligan to 5? Yeah, it looks like they mulliganed. Yeah, it went to 5. Yep, confirmed Lotus Field deck. Doesn't surprise me. So not our most aggressive start, but like okay-ish. We are set up. I guess we're gonna have turn 4 lethal here, huh? We're gonna attack for 5, and the next turn we're gonna attack for 7 and have a deal 5. Okay, so if they don't kill us next turn or interact, we have them dead on our 4. How do you do both streams at the same time? Multi-Twitch is a good way. Does Rec Sage do anything in this matchup? I think we're just a pure race pre and post board. But I honestly haven't played against this Lotus Field deck much, so I don't know. I guess I should go. I'm gonna go do my homework and look it up on Goldfish real quick. No, yeah, it doesn't look like Enchantment Hate does anything. Pretty sure we're just on the race them plan. We are trying people today, right now. So far, it's been a pretty easy 4-0. Looks like Shear's going to make us work for the last one, though. I think this matchup's probably pretty bad for us. So, obviously, this isn't the exact deck list that our opponent's playing, but this is the archetype that they're playing. So, what they do is they use effects like Vizier of the Tumbling Sands to untap this Lotus Field over and over again to make a bunch of mana. Then they eventually, like, put Omniscience into play. Yeah, resubmit R60 is probably correct. Yeah, I think actually, I might put in Questing Beast over one of our 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze, because Scavenging Ooze is bad here and Questing Beast is aggressive. But yeah, don't really have a lot to do. Livid, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream this morning. No, it gains 1, right? So 2 to cycle. That's 2 to cycle. Tap or untap a permanent. Expansion. Okay, so this makes them 6 mana. Wow, if they have 2 Lotus Fields, this is really good. Just lets them make... This is a 6 mana ritual if they have 2 Lotus Fields out. I feel like they're pretty unlikely to kill us from this position, but they could potentially play some interaction from this position to prevent us from killing them. So I think we're pretty likely to get another turn. However, we might not have lethal on that new turn. Questing Beast in. Actually, Biogenic Ooze is probably the cut, huh? That's super slow, and I'll just bring in an extra Grizzly Bear. Yes, like Grizzly Bear, Questing Beast, cut these Biogenic Oozes. Yeah, Thespian Sage lets them copy their Lotus Field. So we're simply looking to mulligan for aggressive hands here. We don't have any interaction. We're just like firing up our NASCAR and trying to race. Does Shaper Sanctuary help if they're tapping our stuff? I don't think enough. Turn 3 Nissa definitely gets filed under good enough. I don't know if it's enough to beat... Well, I would be surprised if this is good enough to beat one of their good draws, but I definitely think this is in the realm of keepable for us. Opponent went to 6. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully they go to 5 or 4 and we just get to run them down. You're not playing a deck like what we're playing to feel smart, chat. You're hoping your opponents get lucky and you're hoping your opponents get unlucky and you get lucky and you just get to run them down. If you wanna feel smart, I'd recommend registering Watery Graves or Hollowed Fountains. Basic Forest Llanowar Elf, we're here to bring the beat down. Steam Vents is the most feel smart land, maybe. elf, elf. Next turn, we get to play Nissa, attack for 3, play Courser. Elf, elf, baby. Do 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 do. And then at this point, we're looking to draw, just like Walking Ballista to fireball them. Wait, did they not play the Lotus Field? Was that a misclick? I don't know if there's a strategic reason to skip the land drop in their deck. Oh, hey, look, we drew the Walking Ballista. Is that good? Seems pretty good. I can't think of any reason to skip their land there, but I'm not familiar. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with their deck. And again, that's the upside to playing a deck like what we're playing. Like, we just like don't care. We don't care why they're doing what they're doing. We're just attacking. These are my dorks that I would like to attack. And then I would like to attack some more, and then I would like to attack some more. If there is a Nykthos on top of our deck, there's a good chance we kill them next turn with this Walking Ballista. Yeah, that mistake could definitely put them out of this game for sure. So next turn, if I don't draw a land, I have an attack for 6, and then I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana total. Okay, there's a land. So I have... Can we try some Growlin Standard like Embercleave aggro build and see if... Yes, definitely, Terrancher. Thanks for the biddies. I appreciate the absurd support. Happy holidays. All right, so this is 3. Are they dead? So if we attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. So that doesn't work. Right? So I attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have 15. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the best we have is 15. Chat, if I'm double using the castle, that means the castle can't attack. So, getting an extra mana out of this means I miss 3 points of damage from the attack. What about playing the other Nissa? Does playing the other Nissa get us anywhere? So this is 5. And then I could go 3, 6, 9. Damn, she's fine. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I have... Yeah, I believe the second Nissa is exactly lethal. So if I do this, and then I play second Nissa, It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 with the Ballista post-combat. Oh, we actually have one over, right? Because we have a third forest. Yeah, we have one over because we have a third forest. Man, I'm really glad they banned like 5 cards out of this deck. Definitely didn't need to do that. Definitely didn't need to do that. I mean, this deck's great. You know? That's all I've got for you. This deck's great. Caleb, maybe we might have died there if Caleb hadn't been distracted and like missed his land drop. Like, if Caleb could have killed us on his turn 4, like that was turn 4 lethal, right? That was turn 4 lethal. Yes, this was our 4th turn. So on our 4th turn we killed them. So we had turn 4 lethal 2 games in a row there with this deck. Now that's a veggie burrito. He had Supreme Verdict. Yikes. Yeah, so if he would have been able to verdict us, obviously we wouldn't have killed them on our turn 4. So we won that second game because they had a little bit of a misclick. But still, like, the fact that, like, we killed on turn 4 2 games in a row is just, like, super impressive to me. Especially when you consider, like, when you compare the game 3 of the Jund matchup where we just, like, ground them into dirt, where, like, we just had infinite value, to, like, that game there where we just, like, had turn 4 lethal, like, twice in a row. Like, yeah. If you're looking to just smash people, this is still a great choice. All right, we got one more Pioneer deck coming up today before we roll on into some Mythgard to wrap things up today. When we get back, we're going to play some matches with this Sultai Dredge deck. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll. I get my Stream Decker and stuff set up, so we'll be back in a few minutes with this one. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Hope you're having a good one wherever we are.